Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Sam and it's a pleasure to have you here with me on your mat today for this intermediate bird of paradise practice. So the name is in the title. We are going to be flowing through a strong, playful practice where eventually we will hopefully achieve bird of paradise. So for your practice today, I really want you to tap into that sense of play and adventure in your practice. Don't take it too seriously, don't place too many expectations on yourself, and most of all, enjoy, okay? So without further ado, go ahead, grab your mat, and we will get started. We're going to begin class today at the back of our mats, kneeling just like so. Placing your palms firmly to your thighs in this essence of grounding yourself in, closing your eyes down and just taking a moment to focus your awareness inwardly. And we'll begin by taking 3 cleansing, clearing breaths just to clear the space and prepare us for our practice today. So when you're ready, take a nice deep inhale through the nose and an exhale out of your mouth. And again, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out of your mouth. One more, just like that, inhaling, pulling, lifting through the heart and the crown. And exhaling, releasing all the air out of the body. And just allowing your natural rhythm to resume. Just gently breathing in and out of your nose. As you soften the space between the brow, your cheeks, and clench your teeth and release your jaw. Take a soft roll with the shoulders to the ears. And allow the shoulders to just slip down your back. And on your next inhale, reach your fingertips up overhead, interlinking your fingers and turning the palms out towards the ceiling. Lift out to the ribs and the hips, and take the hands and just gently place them behind the back of the head, keeping the elbows wide, gently pulling the heart forward and lifting the gaze towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath into this space. And as we exhale, rounding through the chin to the chest, into the back of the shoulders, drop the elbows down to the side of the temples. And again, move with the breath. Inhale, lifting, opening the heart, the elbows, lifting the gaze. And exhale, closing the space. Chin to chest, rounding into the back, elbows to temples. Let's do that 3 more times. Just move with your breath. Inhale as we open. And exhale as we close. Twice more. And just taking your time to move through. There is no rush. We're just gently warming through the body, ready for our practice today. And again, inhale last time. And exhale, rounding all the way forward this time. So allow the head just to hang a little further, like a heavy weight. So you can feel the tension a little bit more at the back of the neck. Releasing the tensions in the back of the neck and the shoulders. Maybe just move the head ever so slightly left to right. Just to feel into your sensations. Finding stillness just for 2 breaths as you send your breath awareness in between the shoulder blades, at the very top of the shoulders. And one more deep breath. When you're ready, lead with the crown lifting tall. And we'll press the palms up towards the ceiling with a big inhale. Lifting out to the ribs in your hips. On your next exhale, take a gentle bend to the left as you gaze to the right. And then inhale back through center. And then exhale over to the right as you gaze to the left. And inhale back to center. So this time we're going to change it a little bit, drawing a semicircle in front and opening and stretching to each side. So when you're ready, inhale, press the palms away. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale into the space. And exhale, round through, press the palms ahead, chin to chest, round into the shoulders. And then inhale, open up to the right. Exhale, draw that circle again with the palms ahead of you, rounding into the back of the shoulder. And inhale, open to the left. Let's do that one more time, either side. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, opening. And again, exhale, round. And inhale, open. Bring yourself back to center. As you release the hands, press the air away. Float the hands down to the sides of the hips. And then pressing forward over the knees into tabletop position. Just taking the hands about shoulder width apart, spread the fingers wide, knees hip distance apart. The energy is pressing down through the palms as you take your gaze to the top of the mat. And we'll journey through some cat and cow, and just to warm up the spinal column. So on your next inhale, drop your belly down to the mat, pull your heart forward, gaze ahead, tailbone lifts for cow pose. As we exhale, chin to the chest, rounding into the backs of the shoulders, tail drops down, gaze between the legs, and again, inhaling, looking ahead, and exhale, rounding back for cat. Moving with your breath, inhaling, looking ahead, keeping the tensions in the arms and the palms, and exhale as you round back. Let's take one more. Really nice. Exhale. And inhale, look ahead. Keeping your hips stacked over your knees, start to walk the fingertips all the way to the top of the mat. And as you exhale, press the ribs back to the thighs, melting the heart to mat. Maybe pressing the forehead, softening through the elbows, the forearms. You can take a little massage of the forehead as you move the head slowly side to side for puppy pose. Such a beautiful extension through the spine, decompressing spinal column. I just love this pose, particularly when I've spent a lot of time sitting around. Finding stillness, and if you want to go deeper, just maybe press the chin into the mat and take the gaze towards the top of your mat. Let's take 2 more breaths as you press down into the tops of your toes. Oh, one more deep breath. Now when you're ready, just pressing down through the palms and shifting and lifting up slightly and walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. Now going to take this right leg out to the side. Toes facing towards the top of the mat, pressing through the outer edge of your right foot, palms underneath the shoulders. Take the gaze ahead. And on your inhale, peel the fingertips to the sky with your right hand, opening your heart space. And as we exhale, we thread the needle on this right side. So right arm travels underneath left armpit, releasing right shoulder down to the mat. And then walking those left fingertips ahead of you, all the way to the top of the mat. Now if it's too much, with your right leg extended, just remember that you can bring the knee back in, but if you're feeling good, you're supported in your body. Let's just spend a few moments here with our breath, breathing in and breathing out. And again, we'll take one more breath. And slide your left palm underneath your left shoulder as you press yourself away. And inhale, sweep those right fingertips back up to the ceiling, opening your heart. And exhale, float that hand down to the mat. So, traveling towards the top of the mat with this right leg. Maybe you use your right hand to help you, or maybe you just step it forward. We'll take that foot in between the hands. Take an inhale as you look ahead, create space. And just take a moment just to allow your left hip just to drop slightly. And then on your next inhale, reach to the sky with the hands pressing palms to touch above the head. For Anjaneyasana, your low lunge. Biceps back towards the ears. Interlink your fingers and turn the palms out as you press up in space. And then on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So palms facing forward towards the top of the mat. On your next inhale, pressing forward, reaching through the palms towards the top of the mat. Reach up to the sky. And then release the fingers and draw a big circle behind you. Meeting with the hands at the heart again. Inhale, pressing forward and up. And exhale, release the hands, draw that big circle. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. And again. I love this one. It always feels really good, and it's so good for warming up the shoulders as well. Let's take 1 more. And this time as we release the hands, I want you to circle them all the way behind your back. Interlink your fingers, press your fist down towards your mat, open the heart, take the gaze towards the ceiling. Now, you can stay as you are with this front knee bent, or if you'd like a little bit more, root down through your right heel, and then start to straighten out your right leg. Eventually, the right ankle flexes. Now this can make you feel a bit wobbly, so just take a moment to find yourself in space. Take an inhale, lift through the heart. You can stay lifted, or if you'd like, again a little bit more, lower the chest, down towards your right knee, and allow your fist just to float back behind you. Just deepening the stretch a little bit more. Really root down through your left knee, your right ankle, your right heel. Take 1 more deep breath wherever you may be. And then as you inhale, scooping forward with the heart, the crown, lifting back up, pressing back into your right foot, release the hands and frame your foot. Well done. Tuck under your left toes, lift your left knee away from the mat, step back into plank, lower the knees down to the mat, and then when you're ready, lower through your chin, your chest, inhale through high cobra, pulling the heart forward, and exhale, roll over the knees, tuck the toes, and lift the tail to the sky, found downward facing dog. We're just going to take a moment here in downward facing dog, just being in the shape, breathing, spreading the fingers wide and engaging the back of the shoulders by wrapping those armpits underneath, gaze between the knees, maybe a little pedaling through the legs, because if like me, your hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight today, let's show them a little love if that's the case. And just take 1 more deep breath. I'm going to spin myself round. You stay as you are, just so we can come to this other side. On your next inhale, rounding forward, releasing the knees down, finding tabletop again. This time extend your left leg out to the side, toes face forward, pressing to the outer edge of your left foot. Pressing into your right palm underneath the right shoulder. On that inhale, sweeping the left fingertips to the sky, opening the heart. Take 1 more deep breath in, reach through the fingers. And as we exhale, we thread that needle. Left arm travels underneath right armpit, releasing left shoulder to the mat. And tiptoeing those right fingertips ahead of you. Hopefully my mic isn't... Sorry about that. My arm was in the way of my mic, so I'm just going to place my hand slightly differently, just so you can hear my instruction. And just remember, you can draw your left knee in if that feels too much. If not, let's take 2 more deep breaths here in the space. Really nice. So when you're ready, slide your right palm back underneath the right shoulder, pressing out through the arm. Inhale, sweeping left fingertips back to the sky. And as you exhale, float that palm down back underneath the left shoulder. And then again, we're going to step this left foot forward, in between the space in the hands. Inhale, looking ahead, lift the heart. Exhale, drop your right hip a little further. On your next inhale, reaching the hands above the head, pressing the palms to touch, biceps back towards the ears for your Anjaneyasana low lunge. Lift up out to the ribs and the hips. Interlink your fingers and turn the palms out towards the sky. And on your next exhale, bring the hands just and place them in front of the heart. And again, we're going to do that little combo. So 5 times, moving with the breath. When you're ready, inhale, pressing forward and up with the hands. Exhale, release the hands, draw that big circle behind you. Inhale, reaching forward and up. And exhale, reaching behind you. Hands to heart, pressing forward and up, inhale. And release the hands. Let's do that twice more. Well done. Really enjoying this space you're creating. Last one, and remember on this last one, as we reach up, we separate the fingers and we swim them all the way back, behind the back, interlinking the fingers, finding that fist, opening the heart, lifting the gaze towards the ceiling. You're just taking a breath here. Maybe you choose to stay here. Maybe you'd like a little bit more. But rooting down through your left heel and slowly sending that left hip back as you straighten out the leg. Flex the toes, the ankle towards the face. Stay lifted. Or on your next exhale, hinge from the hips, melt the heart, gaze down, and allow that fist to float back in space. So again, this can kind of challenge your balance a little. So take your time for the arrival. Take one more deep breath. And if this is where you are, inhale, scooping forward with the crown and the heart, bending back into that front knee. Release the hands and frame the front foot. When you're ready, tuck under your toes, lift your right knee, step back in space into plank, releasing your knees to the mat, and lower down through your chin, your chest. Inhale through, high cobra, over the knees, tuck the toes, and find downward facing dog. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths here in downward facing dog as I turn myself around again. And just take this opportunity just to connect back to your breath. Enjoying the sensations in your body and building strength and resilience. And take one more moment here. Before taking your weight into your left leg, on your inhale, reach your right leg back in space, three-legged dog. Keep that right hip square, press back through that right heel. And then inhale, lift lightly up onto the left tippy toes. Exhale, draw that right knee into your chest. Stepping that foot forward ahead of you. Take an inhale as you look ahead. Exhale, press back through that left foot. And then inhale, root rise one more time into crescent lunge. And as you find crescent lunge, just taking a moment to be in the shape. We're going to drop that left heel to the back of the mat, finding Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. And again, interlink the fingers, take the hands and place them behind the head, and slowly begin to straighten out your front leg. On your next exhale, melting forward with the heart about halfway, allow the elbows to soften down towards the temples, reaching towards the top of the mat with the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, releasing the hands, framing your front foot. Inhale, take a little lift. As you exhale, melt over your right leg, forehead to the knee. See if you can line up your heel to heel. Allow the tension to round out of the shoulders for pyramid. Well done. And bending back into the right knee, take your right hand on the inside of your right foot, pressing into the palm. Inhale, draw your left fingertips up. So we're kind of extending our side angle here. You reach out through the left fingertips. We're going to draw some nice circles with this left arm. So inhale as you release, sweep the hand up. And exhale as you reach the hand down. And again, inhale as you reach. And exhale as you circle down. One more time, inhale, reach. And exhale, circle down. Inhale, reaching up here. Now this is where we take our bind. So sweeping your right hand underneath your right leg. See if you can take your left hand behind you, finding the grip, opening the heart towards the ceiling. Okay, if you're ready to journey into Bird of Paradise today, we're going to take the gaze towards that right foot and then step forward with the left foot. From this space, lifting through the heart and pulling the body up. Whew. Taking your time. And if you're ready, you can extend out through that right leg. Well done. Releasing the foot and drawing that right knee to the chest, gripping the knee below you. Standing nice and tall. Taking a breath. And then releasing your right foot to Tadasana, top of the mat. Well done. Have a little shake out of your fingers. Have a little roll out of your shoulders. It's a challenge, guys, so well done for taking it there, inviting that sense of play and adventure into your practice. Let's take a reset breath here. Inhale, exhale. And then on your next inhale, circle those fingers up above the head. Exhale as you float down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into plank. Through your vinyasa. Well done. Upward facing, over the toes, downward facing dog. And just taking a moment here, just to find your shape. Connect back to the body, the breath. And your breath is your fuel to help you through your practice today. So when you're ready, weight shifts to right foot. Inhale, left leg floats back in space, three-legged dog. Square the hip, press back through the left heel. On your next inhale, lift high right tippy toes. Exhale, drawing the knee to the chest space and stepping that left foot forward in between the hands. Inhale, looking ahead, lift through the heart. Exhale, press back through your right heel. And then when you're ready, inhale, root rise. All the way into your crescent lunge. Reaching the hands above the head, maybe pressing the palms. Well done. And we're going to drop that right heel to the mat now, finding Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So the hips facing towards the front of the mat. Interlink the fingers and then place the palms behind the back of the head, elbows wide. Inhale, straighten that front leg. As you exhale, lead with the heart torso long, hinging from the hips. Melt down about halfway and just allow those elbows just to, again, towards the temples. Reach through the crown. Take a moment. The gaze is just towards this left big toe. In your next exhale, release the fingers, frame your left foot. Maybe shorten the gaze a little. We're returning everything to face the front. Take an inhale, look ahead. And then exhale, melting over this left leg. Well done. Forehead drops down towards the knee or the shin. The tension rounds out of your shoulders. One more deep breath. On your next inhale, look ahead. Exhale, bend it into your left knee. Keep your right heel pressing into the mat. Take your left palm, place it on the inside of your left foot. Inhale, draw the right fingertips to the sky. Well done. On your next exhale, draw that big circle down, around. Inhale, up with your right arm. And again, let's do that just a couple more times. Take your time as we move through the mobility of the shoulder. Let's do one more. Well done. And we'll reach to the sky with those right fingertips. Finding our bind. Left hand underneath the left knee. Right hand behind you. Opening the heart towards the sky, maybe lifting the gaze. If you're ready to take that leap of faith into bird of paradise, stepping forward with this right foot. Inhale, start to lift the gaze as you pull up through your heart. Nice and steady on that standing leg. Standing nice and tall. And then maybe extending out through this left leg. Well done. Take one more breath. And slowly closing it back in, release the bind. Squeeze the left knee into the chest. Standing tall, heart lifted, gaze ahead. And releasing that left foot to Tadasana pose, top of the mat. Taking a reset breath now. And then inhale, we flow. Reaching fingers to the sky. Exhale, drawing the circle down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifting. Exhale, press into the palms, stepping back into plank, vinyasa. Inhale through your high cobra. Exhale over the toes, downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, just rounding forward, back onto the knees, and sending the bottom back to the heels for closed child's pose. Resting the forehead into the mat and just sweeping the hands behind you, palms to the sky. And just allow the shoulders to round forward. I'm going to turn your head towards your right shoulder. And just take a moment just to rest here. Maybe your heart's beating a little faster. Maybe the breath is a little faster, heavier. So let's just take this opportunity just to bring everything back to the ground. Well done. And just feeling really energized by your practice, that little challenge. And however it presented itself to you, just not placing any judgment. Let's turn the head to the left. Placing any judgment upon yourself. But instead, just really welcoming that sense of what is what's meant to be. And just kind of giving yourself a pat on the back for what you did achieve. Because that is more than enough. Okay, when you're ready, press back into your forehead. And we're just going to peel apart the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Ooh. Who is ready to lie down? I am. So pop the feet out to one side. Scoot your bum towards the middle of the mat. Press into the soles of the feet. Reach your fingers forward. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a really slow recline all the way to our mats. Ooh. Where we're going to just find a moment lying on our backs and just spreading the arms out to the side. Keep the knees bent with the soles of the feet pressing into the mat. I just want you to just bring your awareness, your body's awareness, back down to the ground. Feeling that more grounded and rooted energy. And again, just taking that opportunity to dial into the breath. And releasing any tension that resides, that your awareness is immediately brought to. I want you to just allow that tension to slip out of your face, your fingertips, your toes. And then when you're ready, we're going to invite the knees into the chest and just hold the palms gently over the knees. Taking a little rock left to right, massaging out your lower back space. And just finding a moment of stillness as you reach out through the arms, spreading the arms, find your wings. And then on your next exhale, just allow the knees to fall over towards your left as you turn the gaze towards the right. And we'll just come into this gentle spine twist. Take your left palm and place it just over the top of your right knee or thigh in this gentle encouragement. And just give yourself a few moments here. Just a few moments just to breathe and be still. And just to allow your body to soak up and reap all the benefits of your practice. And when you're ready, chin to the chest, release your left arm, bring the knees back to center. And on your next exhale, knees fall to the right, gaze to the left. Allow the shoulders to rest into the mat. You take your right hand and just gently press it over the top of the left knee or thigh in this gentle encouragement into your shape. And again, just spend a few moments here with you, completely passive, releasing the tensions on the back, on the front of the chest, particularly with all that binding we've done today. And then when you're ready, releasing the right hand, chin to chest, and bringing the knees back through. And then we're just going to press the soles of the feet back into the mat and walk them to touch and part the knees wide for Supine Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. And then maybe reach out through the arms as you take a big inhale, reaching the fingertips out towards the top of the mat, big stretch. And then just relax, soften out through the elbows and just allow the arms just to rest over your head. Close your eyes down. And we'll spend a few moments here just in peaceful contemplation, a moment of relaxation, and a moment just to marinate in all the goodness of your practice. And just remember, you might choose to extend the legs out for full Shavasana, or you might be quite comfortable with the knees gently parted to the side. You can spend as long as you wish in your relaxation. Just come away from this whenever you feel ready. But for now, my friends, I am going to stay here for a little longer. Maybe you choose to do the same. So thank you so much for taking this time to join me on your mat again. I hope to see you here really soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.